So estimates are very similar to invoices in the way they function and how they're sent, but there's something that happens before the invoice. So the creation part is very similar. We'll click on invoices, click here to create a new invoice, or we can click create new invoice from the shortcut menu and select a customer. Now estimates have an estimate number as well. It's just different than the invoice number, and you can manage that just like you can invoice numbers. The issue date is the issue of your estimate, and the due is when that estimate is valid until. So if you're giving a customer an estimate and says, hey, I need this approved by the 31st of August, put that date in there. To the right here, you can also have additional estimate languages, just like you have on the invoices. The email too, you can select different contacts that receive this estimate, just like on invoices, as well as different currency selections right here. Over here is your customer information, which you can edit or change a customer at any time. And you can select exactly what shows up here in the settings option. So you can add their phone number or address or additional things, and that will populate right here as well. To the right of that is your invoice you uploaded. Now let's get into the estimating section. We'll make sure to give this estimate a name so the customer knows exactly what this is for. You might have multiple estimates for one project. Let's say if you're doing website design or entire website development, you might have an SEO estimate, or you might have content development estimate. So you can have different estimates for the same customer. So in this case, we're just going to say we need some consulting services on this because this is an item I created already. And estimates are also populated by the items that you have created or the tasks you have created, and they function very much, again, like invoices. So in here, let's say I want to set up some SEO services. And if I don't have that number, I'm going to create a item, or I can create a task. And again, the difference is tasks are something that you track time on. Items are something that are more flat price. So if I say, okay, I'm going to create a task here for SEO services, hourly SEO services. And let's say I'm going to charge $75 for 1 hour. No sales tax, income account is service, save task. And maybe I need 6.5 hours on this. You can also add additional taxes or discounts on the item level. But typically what happens with estimates, you want to select whether you're going to discount on an item level or discount the entire estimate. We suggest not having both. So you don't want to have discounts on the line item level and on the invoice level. It might get a little confusing for your customers. Now over here, you're going to notice that auto convert to invoice is enabled. So what happens here is you send the invoice out, the customer can click on accept, and it's automatically going to generate invoice, notify you and say, hey, the customer's accepted this estimate. We generated an invoice, time to get the work done. So payment terms are similar to actually exactly as invoices, such are client notes. So terms, I'm going to leave this empty as well as the client notes, and move on to sending, downloading, or saving an estimate. So first, let's go ahead and save this estimate. You're going to notice that it's a draft. The reason it's a draft is because we haven't sent it yet. So as soon as we do send it, we can click on send estimate. But if we go back, we can also mark this as sent. Maybe you downloaded it or forwarded an email, but we're going to send it directly. So if we click here, I can see Mark is receiving it. I can add additional people to receive this estimate. Here's my estimate email template that I can customize as well. I'm going to add attachments if that estimate has any attachments to this email. Here's a shareable link. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to send it to this customer. And here you're going to see that this has been sent. So if I go back into invoices, I can see this has been sent. And then if I look here, I can see that it was created, it was sent, and email was opened. Now, if I take that link that I just copied and put it here, this is what your customer is going to see. So the customer receiving this can either download the PDF, approve, or decline. So let's say they approve this estimate. And then if I go back over here and if I refresh, you're going to see that this estimate was approved and that an invoice was issued for that estimate. So back to estimates, we see that this customer has approved it. Now, if we go into customers, and if we open this customer record, since we only have one customer, you're going to see that estimate right here. And the job description is going to be exactly what we gave the estimate name, and that will become the invoice job description. Any questions on how estimates work, please let us know.